Hello everyone and welcome. And for those of you that watch the channel regularly, welcome back. It's finally time to go up to the tent. I'm going to go up this coming up weekend. I should have been up there probably 3 weeks ago. You could finally drive in, but had the garden to plant, things just going on, just didn't have a chance to get up there. And as you guys know, when I leave at deer hunting, I take everything that's frozen that can freeze out. And then during the winter I get stuff going and stuff that I can bring up there, and then now I'll be able to bring everything up and get set up for the year. So I thought in this video, since I'm getting ready to go up to the tent, kind of take you guys along and show what I have to bring up there right now, and hopefully this is going to be a great season. The first thing I'm looking forward to hopefully having enough room to bring up there is the new, I don't know, I call it the tent weather station table. It's the map table. If you guys watch the video on how to make, I don't know what it was, making furniture out of raw boards, this is the one I made. I'm gonna kind of miss it here in my room though because I've been using it. So anyway, that's the first thing I want to go. Oh, actually, this is, let me open up the journal. I'll tell you when it was the last time I was up there. Alright, so I was up there the day that I left was March 11th of this year, and at 6 o'clock in the morning it was 70.9 degrees inside and 19.0 degrees outside with no stars to be seen. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer when I'm up there this time. When I left last November after deer hunting, I take out all my canned stuff, so during the winter time I then can more stuff to bring up there for this year. And so I've been canning chicken, and I have that smoked canned chicken. That's all the syrups I did, box elder, maple, birch. On top, these ones here are pine honey, and I did that again this year. That's a video that does not get watched that much, and that stuff is so good, but I made a whole bunch more of that. Got more stuff up there. Oh, and that's one thing of breadcrumbs. I have another quart of breadcrumbs. Every time you get to the end of the loaf, or you have a hot dog buns that are not used, I throw them in the dehydrator, dehydrate them, crush them up for breadcrumbs because they're great on fish, anything you just want a breading on. So anyway, that's what I've been doing here. Up here, I know you can hardly see it, but I canned, I don't know, maybe a dozen pints of canned potatoes because I love canned potatoes, and you can do it yourself, you know, except for the price of the jar, just about for nothing, and then jars last forever. Venison over there, I've got just raw packed venison. I've got fried venison with spices on it, and I canned a bunch. You guys saw the deer I shot last year, so I've got a lot of venison. And I like to put this up there because although I bring up pork steaks, which I like to make up there and everything like that, it's the lunches that you need and stuff like that, and I like it to be prepared, so if I had to go up there and had nothing, I've got food, and usually I do have food up there. And this is why. This is what I do in the winter when there's nothing else to do. One of the other projects I did over the winter was I made my own potato chips. And if you guys watch the videos and have learned along with me when you're staying up there for a long time, food is easy to get. You always have food up there, or you can get food. The meals seem to be easy to me, but there's never any snacks. And this year I went ahead and made a bunch of potato chips. I got Mylar bags. Each one of these has an oxygen absorber in it. And I made just different seasonings and stuff like that. I actually had more of these, but it seems like people come over and then I lose a bag because give it to this person, give it to that person. But anyway, I'm going to have some snacks up there. Another thing that's going to be happening is I have to plant the raised beds. Actually, my mom and dad were up there, like I said, a couple weeks ago, and they checked on everything at the tent, and Mom was looked at the strawberry plants and says they're going crazy. They're doing really good. But I'm going to plant some beans and stuff like that, and I'll take you out. I picked up some plants that I'm going to plant up there too, and actually let's run out and take a look at them. Well, these are the plants I'm going to plant up there. Keeping that kind of small. I don't think I did any plants last year, but well, I brought up some strawberry plants, and we transplanted the wild ones, which, like I said, are doing really good. But I'm going to do an early bell pepper. I've got a zucchini squash, just because I want to see if it'll grow. That stuff grows anywhere. A super sweet 100 tomato. I got a bush variety cucumber, an early girl tomato, and an oregano. I love oregano, so I have that up there. And they had a sale now. It's getting late in the season for here, but it's still early in the season up there for onions, so I'm going to plant some onion sets. I did that last year, and they never got any bigger than what you see right there, but who knows? We'll give it a try. Along with those plants, I'm also going to plant bean seeds, you know, the regular seeds, whatever I can fill into those container gardens up there, and we'll see. I don't think that I'll have time to build another container. I'd like to, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening up at the tent this year. One of the things that's going to be happening up there, my folks sold their cabin. If you guys ever watched the video called Log Cabin, you saw that. And they sold it and got what they wanted for it, which was, they did good on it. But now my dad wants to build a new cabin, and he's going to do a little bit smaller one, but it's going to look much more rustic. So this winter he's been out in the shop, and this is the front to the outhouse. And that's real oak log up on top and all logs and stuff, and that's just the front of it. So there's lots of things going on. This is going to be the new toilet, and well, minus the sign on top. He's been doing stuff like the railing to where it's going to be holding the coats when you walk in the door. So he's got stuff like that, stuff to already hang on the wall. So anyway, that has filled his winter. So I'm going to film some of that up there. I think that'll be interesting. But within the next 2 to 3 weeks here, I don't know, maybe even this weekend, I'm not sure, I'm going to dig in a hand pump well at the tent. And it's really gravelly soil, so you can't drive the well. There's a backhoe over there. I'm going to dig down as deep as I can go, and then you drop the sand point down in there and you drive it, and you can usually get maybe a foot out of it before you hit a rock. And then backfill it, so that at least then I'll have the hand pump part of the well, so I don't have to bring in water all the time. So that's kind of exciting. This is the new wood stove that Dad picked up for their new cabin. He's been working on that, making sure it gets all sealed up. And he went ahead and got a wood cook stove, the original type of wood kitchen cook stoves that you see all the time, or you used to see years ago, but this one's been converted to electric, and it looks really neat, and that's going to get shipped up here from Maine. So this cabin will be nice. That's why I think I'm going to film it being made and just see how it turns out. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching the video on getting ready to go to the tent. I got some spare ribs cooking on the barbecue tonight, and next weekend it'll probably be pork steaks up north at the tent. Anyway, after that I'm going to have to practice up on all my southern, because we are going to be doing some mud bugging for 2013. Those videos are about to start. The water is warming up, so y'all come back.